Chris and Matt, our best men. Come on up here.
I feel like I should hide.
So we were hoping for 2 microphones, so it looks like we're doing a little bit of sharing. So Neil, like when we first talked about your roast, right? Was it a roast?
Toast? Roast.
I think it might have been a toast. Is it a toast or a roast? I don't know. Roast, toast. We'll see how this thing goes. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Christopher. I first met Neil back in the 80s sometime. We've been inseparable ever since. It's like kind of like brothers. Hi everybody, I'm Matt, and I'm the youngest of the Tobin brothers and arguably the tallest.
You are the tallest.
We know that a lot of you had to travel a long way to get here, to be here tonight, and I want to thank you all for making the effort to be here. I know each and every single one of you have played a special part in Neil and or Julie's lives, and that's why you're all here tonight, to share this wonderful celebration. Yes, and thank you Julie's parents, Norma, Dick, and Mary, wherever you're sitting. And also to my parents, my mom, Janice, and Jeff as well, for making this a really, really nice story. Now we all know Neil today for his affinity of sharp clothes, you know, tanning. This guy has like a perfect tan, like after summer. And you know, he's very well kept. He loves the manscaping is like his forte. But for those of you that had the privilege of knowing him when he was younger, you may know that he wasn't always this way. He was one of those guys that liked to play Final Fantasy, video games, Dungeons and Dragons. You know, he's kind of a nerd. He came a long way. Yeah, he loved nothing more than late nights playing Dungeons and Dragons and rolling the 20-sided die. But that didn't last too long because he learned in high school that girls are into guys with muscle cars and not pimply-faced dungeon masters. So the first car Neil had was a 1969 Chevelle Malibu. And man, that car was sweet. But it wasn't always sweet. I mean, it didn't get there without the blood, sweat, tears, long nights in the garage, you know, with the use of his mechanically inclined friends to most of the work. Yeah, I remember him staying up really late, handing all the tools to his friends so they could just get it done for him. So after he found out that girls like muscle cars, he also found out they like muscles. That's when he started hitting the gym and pounding the protein shakes. But not only was he hitting the gym, he was also hitting the mall, spending those well-earned busboy tips on Adidas tracksuits, bleach for his tips of his hair, eyebrow rings, nipple piercings. Yeah, and I wasn't sure if he was going for a Backstreet Boy look or Slim Shady. But Neil always liked to be well groomed, and he always asked me to trim the back of his neck. And Chris, did he ever ask you to trim the back of his neck? Matter of fact, he does. And when we're around it, he still does. But you know, that kind of reminds me of a time I came home from school one day. You know, it was afternoon, came home from school, walking upstairs to use the bathroom like we all normally do. And I go to reach for the handle of the bathroom door and I hear a buzzing sound in the bathroom. And it's buzzing away, buzzing away. And I was like, okay, well, maybe he's shaving, you know, lining up the back of his neck. I opened the door and no, that's not what he was doing. He had one foot up on the toilet, going to town on his manscaping. And man, when he was done, it would look like a barbershop on Friday. There was just like freaking hair everywhere.
Oh, he did it! He nailed it! So good!
But what's muscles, nice clothes, proper manscaping, without a defying tan? That's right, Chris. And one summer I came home to see the back door to the backyard open. I thought that was really weird. And to my surprise, I find Neil laying in a lawn chair in his birthday suit, covered in baby oil. He jumps up, grabs the baby oil in shock, and exclaims, "Hey bro, it's the only way to get an even tan." It's really weird how we keep finding him in these compromising situations.
I guess at this point, tanning salons were kind of out of that busboy budget. Come to think of it, Neil is kind of like, likes the gym, the tanning, the manscaping, the sharp clothes. I guess you can say he was the real pioneer of the Jersey Shore here on the West Coast. GTL all day, baby.
See, a couple drinks and Christmas.
So, Julie, you look absolutely gorgeous this evening. Amazing. Great job, Neil, great job. Don't mess this one up. So, I don't know if any of you know, but the first time I met Julie was in a pretty precarious situation. I think it was at my bachelor party, I think is where we first met, in Vegas. How random is that? I think she was just there on a whim. I'm not really sure, but it was my bachelor party, and you know how Neil is, doesn't like to plan anything. We're just kind of going out there on a whim, trying to find out what we're doing for the day. And he's like, "Oh, you know what? I have a friend, Julie. She's over at the MGM pool. Let me give her a call. Maybe she can get us into the pool over there." Because I don't know where we were staying. I can't remember at this point. But
free everywhere.
But she was able to help us out, and Julie, she saved my bachelor party by letting us into that pool that day. I mean, I don't know what we would have done. Just hung out and spent more money on booze and gambling. I mean, it's the cliche Vegas, but the pool was a lot nicer. So thank you, Julie, for saving my bachelor party. So Matt, why don't you share how you first met Julie?
Funny story. I actually met Julie at my bachelor party for the first time. I think it might have been at the pool, maybe at MGM or Daylight, wherever it was. And there seems to be a recurring theme, which is obviously Neil and Julie using Chris and I as excuses to find each other in Vegas.
Yep.
You know, at that point, I just thought Julie lived there. So when I first met Julie and I saw Neil and Julie together, I saw there was an immediate connection between the two of them. I knew it just wasn't a Vegas type of connection on the weekend. It was something a little deeper. And it took a little while for it to happen organically, but it was definitely there. You could definitely see it from the get-go.
And in all seriousness, Julie is an amazing woman. Her sincerity, her down-to-earth nature, and her pure heart is really one of a kind. She's truly the perfect person for Neil, and likewise for Julie. I can honestly say I've never seen Neil happier.
I'd like everybody to please raise their glass in a toast.
Take Matt.
Keep raising it. Keep raising it. All right, he's got it. He's got it. And to Neil and Julie, may you live happily ever after. Congratulations.